Hello, how are we doing today? Excuse me whilst I find somewhere to place this. Bingo. Got sunlight shining on me. I've just had a curry. Chicken curry. Gary, done in the style of, sort of Desi style. A Desi style curry, as it were. They tend to hit the spot, the Desi curries. They've got a bit of class to them. Like I say. Oh, almost a minute in. Almost forgot. Haha. Rain, total body fuel, with the addition of razzleberry. I'll try not to rant about the fact it's sugar-free today because why not? They've got some interesting... I'm not going to waffle too much about the can because all I'll say is there's a Monster quality to it. It's owned by Monster as a matter of fact, and that is why. Rain has got a slightly higher caffeine content per 100 ml than standard energy drinks. Not a lot, but when it comes to 500 ml, you work out it's getting a bigger dose of caffeine. Some people probably wouldn't notice the difference in dose, to be quite honest with you, but whether there's an insulin spike with your caffeine affects its metabolism, as does other things that affect the P450 system. Tolerance affects it a little bit as well. Anyway, I won't waffle anymore about this fucking bollocks. This is a Rain Total Body Fuel Razzleberry edition. There's 4 flavours. I've ordered 2 so far. One of them's just an individual can, but I'm planning possibly to buy more flavours in bulk because I feel, being autistic, I've got more empathy for things than people. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes I've got more empathy for people, so maybe that's a bit of bipolarity. But anyway, I just call that a matter of perspective, but for some reason I've got a real love for waffling in my videos. I think it just gives it some spirit. Even if the viewer thinks, oh, he's weird, or I don't get him, or he's strange. It's like, well, I could if I really wanted to, make myself really sort of standardised, and I could put in stupid editing and make it go repeatedly like a retard, and make it put stupid jingles at the start and finish of every video, because that's obviously what constitutes as effort on the internet. The only reason I'm waffling is because I'm yet to find a cup I can put this in. I'm going to be a little bit bizarre. You are doing what I'm thinking. Cheers. I've been given this because I looked at this and I thought, what a cool ass thing to put this in. Paul Arne Munchen, you can see for yourself what it is. It's a tankard, a glass one. Very classy. I'm going to do some research on the ingredients because I'm a sad fucker like that. I've ordered 12 of these in a 12 box. Right off the bat, I think you can tell it's not conventionally sweetened with sugar. It's got that sort of airy, fairy smell to it that you don't quite get with sugary drinks. There's a subtle difference, just like the taste. So this comes out as clear. It looks like sparkling lemonade, or vodka. Could be not vodka, but it looks like sparkling lemonade. Like I say, I wouldn't say the smell's unpleasant at all for what it's actually claiming to be. And they've lowered the vitamin content compared to the standard Monsters. And just as a note, I swear Prozac can affect your eye's ability to look at shapes. Like looking at anything with water in like a cup, because I noticed it the first day I took it, suddenly the cup started to change, and it's like you go in the bath and the way the water sits on the bath, it's just the gleam everything has. It's a bit weird. But anyway, sort of like shapes look a bit different sometimes. And if I take some opium, suddenly the room looks different for a couple of days, and then it gradually... It's bizarre. I really don't understand what's at play. I don't suppose anyone who's watching the video will either. Hopefully this will put my brain into gear. It tastes inoffensive. With a hint of cracked cocaine. Might also be interesting to mix this with some kind of bevy to make a cocktail. Just because I'm crazy. I mean, why do you think I bought a load of energy drinks? It's not just to chug energy drinks. It's because you can make cocktails with them.
Something about the taste puts me in mind of swimming baths.
Chlorine. Right, it's got a very faint medicinal quality to it with that berry taste. I think that's what you're describing. It gives it a slight chemical... It's full of fucking sucralose and acesulfame K, so it's